This is a demonstration on doing a mail merge. Although it's done in 2013, it will work the same in earlier versions, actually all the way back to 2002. This is the letter that we're working with. I haven't read where we're going to be putting information. They're donor letters. We're going to put the person's name and address, a greeting like Dear Mary, comma, and then we're going to say their donation of $500 on March 3rd has been a wonderful gift. And when you're doing the mail merge, this is the letter, and what we have over here is the variables. Couple of things. This is a table here in Word. I have a preview of it where you have the information. I'm going to show you how to eliminate blank fields. You can also do a mail merge from a spreadsheet. Works very much the same. Couple of little warnings. When you're doing the spreadsheet, if you're doing something in New England with 01422, it's not going to pick up the 0. I would very strongly suggest copying this information, pasting it into a Word document, because otherwise that 0 will be removed. If you're working with a table, do not have anything at the top. Have a caption row, header row there where the information is. So let's get started. We're going to click on mailings. We're going to be working with the Start Mail Merge. There is a wizard. I'm going to show you that with labels at the end. This video is a little longer than some others. So we're doing a letter. And then we go to the right. We have to select the recipients, and you could create a list, use an existing list, go use an existing list. I need to browse. So I'm going into the folder, and this is the donor table. I double click on it. It doesn't do anything yet. We're going to click on Edit Recipient List. So it shows all the things. You scroll down. Some of them don't have addresses. And what we're going to do, first thing, if we don't have a street, as we scroll down here, I click inside here. I say non-blanks. If I want to sort by last name, so we continue. We say OK. And we're going to be putting the name in here. I'm just going to delete this. I will make the text black later. So I have that here. I click on an address block. Now, it's showing the person's name, the sample, but it's not showing the street address. We have to do a thing called match fields. We click over here. It says address 1 is not matched. It was called street in the table in Word. So we're just dragging things or making them even. There's some things that are not matched because everything's in America. We say OK. And if I go through this, it shows the names correct. I say OK. It's got address block. I'm going to make the text, I'll make it black later. And I have to do a greeting. So I'm going to say dear. I just want to say dear first name. So I go into insert merge field. First name, comma, colon. Make the text automatic. Now we want to know, this is great. You want to put in how much they donate on the date. I'm going to delete this. So I want to get the amount that they donated. Again, I go back onto the mailings tab, insert match merge field, and then I could say donation. I double clicked on it, close, on. I want to put the date. Make sure you type in spaces. Double clicked on it, or click once, insert, close. So I have that in there. Now, if I go through this and I want to preview, I click on preview results. The other thing too is when I go in here, the spacing is off. You would want single spacing, and what I would do at this point, highlight this, change the vertical spacing on the home tab right there, 1, or I can right click in here, paragraph, I don't want space afterwards, and then as I go back onto the mailings, everything is done. This is like a little thing here we could put in today's date, because if you're doing mailings, I could just say today, or I could just use next thing here where it'll appear that way as June 18th. This part's done. I want to talk about generating labels. You want to put packages or whatever together. You don't. I have a new blank document. File, new, blank document. So I'm going to create labels. I'm also going to use the wizard this time. So what I do, I go into mailings. Click here. Step-by-step mail wizard. I go to labels. I go on next to continue. Go to the next step. Actually, I want to choose a style label first. I click on label options, and then I could go here. You go into the manufacturer first, okay? I'm not following the text directly, but let me say I use Avery US letter. One of the most popular ones out there is the 5160. Scroll up. I will always recommend that you get Avery labels, a good quality brand. Store brand ones have a habit of jamming in the printer. So we have that. I'm going to go to the next step. I got to browse for the recipients. And again, I have to go into here, do a little browse. It always goes, and I'm going to go back into that same donor table. And again, I don't want blank ones in there, so I go into street, non-blanks. There's a lot of good features here where you can eliminate duplicates and stuff. This is a very powerful feature. So I did that. If I want to sort this, let's say by city, sort ascending, I go and say OK. What I want to do now, I have go into the label in here, the very first one. This is 3x10, 32 a sheet. So I go into here. Then I want to say, I go into address block. Again, I have to map it out again. Match fields. I go into address, street, OK, OK. And what I do next, I say Next, arrange your labels. What you have to do to make this work correct, click on Update All Labels. Next, preview your labels. We got the 7 people here. Again, when you're doing this, you want to get the spacing a little bit tighter. I did a Control A to highlight everything. I click on one thing here. I want to get into the paragraph, and all I do is say 0, 0. I've got better spacing. I could go into next, complete the merge. I can print, I can edit individual labels. This is a summary of the mail merge feature.